at the committee issues, but before then, how would you describe the other 4 unions' relationship with the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association today?
As for today, because we were deleted from the platform.
You were removed from the platform you were all on.
Yeah, so we are yet to see what will happen. We are yet to see what will happen. But for now, I don't think, for my group, I am representing only midwives. There's no even single nurse in my group. So my group will be different. The others, my group and then the Ghana Registered Midwives, we are only midwives. There's no nurse among us. But the other group, they are mixed, nurses and midwives. So for me, I don't think it's the way forward to be good for us.
But the GRNMA unilaterally deleted the rest of you from the group. What were the conditions set before you all agreed to be in one group and be represented by the bargain certificate holder?
It is the law that mandates that they should do so.
Okay.
Yes.
Does that then mean that the GRNMA cannot kick you out of the group you have all formed to negotiate on your behalf?
No. My group, for instance, we are with trade union, registered unions, and likewise the others.
So how come you went to form a group with the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association to negotiate directly with the health? I'm trying to understand how you all came to the decision that this is what we want to do.
You know, they are the largest group, and the law mandates that the largest group holds the bargaining certificate. And you see, the fact is that we're all with them. But you know, there are certain issues that you don't believe in. When you don't believe in something, you try as much as to also have your own so that you be comfortable with it.
Right.
Since there's a freedom of unions. For our group, for instance, we think that nurses shouldn't bargain for midwives. That was why we broke away from them, with the hope that midwives will come together one day and also have our freedom to bargain for ourselves.
But they also have midwives within the association.
Yes, that is why I'm saying that we were all there.
Okay, so some of them stayed. Okay, I see. Now, if the grouping was obligated or obliged by law, then it also means that the GRNMA cannot unilaterally kick you all out of the group. Is that correct?
Yes, they can't, because the law mandates that if the minister calls us again and they decide to go for negotiation alone, one of us can send them to court, because it even happened in 2024. This very agreement, they did it without psychiatric group, and they took it to court.
Do you plan to pursue this legally?
Oh, for me, I think it is not something worth it, because if it's implemented, we all will go by it, because.
But they don't want you to be a part of the decision making anymore, which means that they will represent you without your consent.
Yes. For my group, I don't think court is the best. But I don't know I can't talk about the others.
Right, but so how are you going to then proceed around this issue so that your voices are also heard at the table?
Now she decides for us. GRNMA, they are taking the decision now.
You feel bullied by the GRNMA?
Yes. Yes.
I see. Now, they had a meeting with the minister. We know that continuously the health ministry has asked that the strike be called off. It hasn't been called off yet. The National Labour Commission went to court also to ensure that they come back to the negotiation table We know that they have rather threatened that on June 9th, which is come Monday, if nothing is done, they will go full-blown strike. How are you placed in all of that? How do you think you're placed in all of these back and forth between the ministry and GRNMA that is representing you, whether you like it or not?
For our union, especially my group, the only thing I can say is the government should implement it for peace to prevail. I mean, that is the only thing I think should be done. But since it is in court, I don't know how GRMA will respond to it. For us, we are at work, but for them, I don't know how they will respond to it.
Which means that the ability to have this stalled, or the journey towards having this implemented, will be stalled because of the impasse between the health ministry and GRNMA. Is that correct?
Even currently, the GRMA, they are not in Ghana. The president and then the secretary. Because I heard it's in Peace FM that the minister was complaining. He called and they are out of the country. And we too cannot represent because we are not holding the bargaining certificate. So this one is so complicated that I don't think
It sounds so.
Yeah.
It sounds very complicated. So I guess that you haven't had any interaction with the leadership of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association since that incident at the health ministry?
No.
Have you attempted to reach out to them?
No.
Why?
Where it would have happened was where the minister called us. You know, when you have problem, it's easy to resolve when you come together. When you come together and you now look at each other faces. God didn't make this license for nothing. They are there for reasons. For us to feel shy, for us to look at ourselves and say, oh, my sister, let it go, let's continue. As a leader, I think that could have happened if we had met, all of us had met at the ministry, and the minister talked to us. Definitely, I'll greet you. You'll greet me. So it didn't happen. That was where it could have happened, but it didn't happen.
Do we see you attempting, the other four coming together and getting your own bargaining certificate? Will you do that?
No, I will not.
Okay.
Where I think I should go is only for the midwives. The Ghana Registered Midwives Association, then the National Association of Registered Midwives, we are solely midwives. So I think midwives should come together to have our bargaining certificates. Why do I say so? Midwife deals with 2 lives at a time. Then a nurse deals with 1 life at a time. For all of us here, no one is pregnant. So if you have your malaria, you go to hospital, you'll be taken care of by a nurse. But if you are pregnant and you have your malaria, you'll be taken care of by the midwife. The midwife will diagnose, prescribe, take care of you and the unborn baby. So for me, I really don't think that we need to wait for nurses to bargain for midwives. It is something that midwives generally think it is not fair. It's not fair. But unions have their own way of getting members. They have their own way of getting members, giving certain things, buying things, plots of lands, loans, and other things. And especially being the largest union, they have the money. I think that is why they are carrying the midwives. Most of them are there. Some of them their monies are there. They can't leave their monies and go anywhere. It's a whole lot of union politics. but we'll still fight.